Awesome. Okay, welcome everyone. This is the second training of the new Diamond training. I'm very excited to be here with you guys today. We have a lot to cover, so we're just going to dive right in. First off, if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Sydney Maurer. I'm the Associate Manager for the Central Region. I work with Diamonds to 2 stars. Once you hit 3-star to 6-star, you work with Joe Carden. He's a manager for the Central Region, and then the director is 7 to 15-star, and that's Arno Nakaha. So we are definitely here to help you along the way of you growing your business. This is a marathon, not a sprint. So congratulations on hitting Diamond. You're going to be with us for a while, but we're so excited to watch your journey begin. I truly believe kind of Diamond is where it starts a little bit. So yeah, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to watch you guys grow, see what you guys become with this business. I hope you have amazing goals. We talked about goals a little bit last week. Keep looking at those goals. Do something every single day to get to those goals and to move your business forward. So really fast, a recap of last week. What we talked about was goals, setting a vision, setting the bigger picture for yourself and for your team. So look at your goals daily, kind of like I just said, make sure you're doing something every single day to reach them. We also talked about Elite and Premier and what exactly that means. If you have any questions on that, message me, let me know. If you want the Elite Goal Guide, message me, let me know, and I'll send that to you as well. Just a quick recap of it. Elite, you have to be paid 5-star you have to hold it for 1 week in December. You have to have 2 coaches advance to Diamond this year, and then you need 135 Elite points. For Premier, you have to be a paid 2-star. Hold it for 1 week in December. You still have to advance 2 diamonds. You still have to have 135 points, but they don't cap out in categories like Elite does. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is the New Leadership Conference. That is such an amazing, amazing, amazing event. It's kind of like a mini, more intimate summit that is in February 2017, but to qualify for it, you have to rank advance to 2-star this year and hold it and be paid for 1 week between October 1st and December 31st. So you have to go through your qualification, you have to hold it and be paid for 1 week between those dates. You also need 30 Elite points throughout the whole year. So look at your Elite points. I bet you guys, most of you guys are probably have some of them. And so just kind of look to see where you're at and keep striving for those. And then if you have 60 points, your hotel is paid for. So even if you have 30, keep going. Get that hotel paid for. I promise you it's an event you don't want to miss. We were actually in a meeting yesterday. We were talking about it a little bit, and by far, it's all our favorite events we go to. We absolutely love it. Corporate's there. You have top coaches doing trainings. All the celebrity trainers are there as well. So it's just really, really, really fun. Okay, so let's dive in. Any questions about last week? Okay. Make sure you guys are all muted. Perfect. Okay, let's dive into today. So a couple things we're going to talk about today. The first one is business owner versus an employee mindset. So the great thing about Beachbody is you guys are all business owners, right? It's kind of creepy and scary a little bit. You're like, holy crap, I'm a business owner. I'm the CEO of my own company. You are not an employee. You don't have to check in with anybody. You can create your own hours. You can work from home. You can work from whatever. That's so awesome. And that's such a great experience that Beachbody gives to people, is to be the CEO of their own business. And I think that's also what draws a lot of people into Beachbody world, is because they want to, stay at home with their kids or be present, with their family stuff, or be able to travel more. And Beachbody lets you do that. So you have to start thinking as a business owner too, not an employee. So I'm going to share these 5 key attributes of an owner mindset. And this is kind of what you want to make sure that you're always constantly doing. The first one is to be positive and optimistic. You have to be positive all the time, honestly. Really keep, and be optimistic about where this can take you. You're setting the vision for a lot of people that are joining your team too. So if you're positive and optimistic, it's very teachable, and they can be that as well. Be consistent. I cannot talk about consistency enough. It's so important. Whatever you're doing, it's working. It really is working. You're here. You're most likely doing it the right way. And what the right way is to get people results. Get them into a challenge group, reach out to people, find out what their goals are, find out, how you can help them. There's 200 billion obese people in the United States. Go help 3 every single month, right? That's what we're here for. Bring them into challenge groups, get them results, and then the people who want this as a business, bring them into the business and bring them into coaching. And that's, I think, the key piece right there is people that want this. Don't be dragging people in and, I'm going to secretly sign you up and then all of a sudden I'm going to throw you into trainings. You're not even going to know what happened. Don't do that because it'll kind of get a bad taste of what Beachbody actually is. So make sure, you're working with the willing, find people who want this, and just stay so consistent with your daily activities. It's the daily activities that will pay off, but you have to stay very consistent. The third one is be proactive. No one's going to sit and tell you hey, it's time to run a challenge group. Hey, it's time to run a sneak peek, right? That's all on you. Be proactive. Have a calendar set. Know what you're going to do every single day. The fourth one is be solution oriented. Come up with your own solutions. You have a problem, find out the solution. Don't go crying to your upline because you don't know the NLC qualifications, right? Look up on the FAQ, Google it, YouTube video. There's so many resources out there for us. Try to find it and be your own solution. That's what a leader does. And the fifth one is take responsibility. You need to take responsibility for your own business. If your goals are up here, your actions need to be up here, right? If your goals are up here and your actions are down here, you need to give yourself that tough conversation and say, okay, you either need to raise my actions or I'm going to need to lower my goals. So take responsibility of your own business. And then speed of the leader. So those are the 5 key attributes of an owner mindset. So now I'm going to kind of go to speed and consistency as well. Speed of the leader is definitely speed of the pack. I truly, honestly believe that. I think leadership, you can teach people, and that's what you're kind of doing now is starting to build your team, teach your coaches that want this to be their own leader. So do what you ask them and at least a little bit more. If your team's all about hitting Success Club every month and you're go-getter and you're on it and you're preaching to them about hitting Success Club every month and how important it is, make sure you're hitting it first off, right? You have to make sure and then do a little bit more. If it's Success Club 5, then you should be hitting Success Club 10. Keep raising the bar. That's how your team's going to grow. You have to lead by example and keep raising the bar. Okay, so any questions on that so far? Okay, I actually want to go into a little bit of time management. I think that is a very, very, very important topic. We are probably all really, really busy. So it's good to know kind of where you should be, when you should be spending time on your business, what you should be doing. I first and foremost definitely think you need to set business hours. You need to think of yourself as a store on State Street of your city. You're a store on the corner. And what are your business hours? And I get that they're going to change, and that's okay. It's okay to change. But what I would do is I would create my business hours. I would let my downline know. I would let kind of everyone know, this are my hours and this is when I'm open, So your coaches know this is when she'll get back to me. That you shouldn't be answering messages at 2 o'clock in the morning. That's silly. So, let your coaches know when you're going to be there for them. Check in with your challengers and just be respectful of other people's time as well. I think a lot of coaches come in this for some free time. So they're going to, it's going to be more attracting to other coaches too when they say, okay, well, here's Abby and she has her set hours. So that means I can set mine. I can work really hard when I'm working Beachbody, and then when I'm done working Beachbody, I can go enjoy my kid's soccer game. I can go to my daughter's dance rehearsal. I can go on a date with my spouse and not have to be on my phone 24/7. So set your business hours, stick to them. I promise you, it's just going to take off a lot of that anxiety that you could probably get from your phone blowing up and all that stuff 24/7. So now I'm going to share my screen. Okay, can you guys see that? Time management? Okay, so now that we've kind of decided we're setting our business hours, right? Let's talk about what we do within our business hours. So I love this acronym. I'm going to kind of give you 2 different steps to this. The first one's the RSVP, and this stands for Recruiting, Sales, Very New People, and Performers. So let's go over recruiting. Recruiting. Assess your recruiting. Look at your goals, see where you want to be, and kind of backpedal them a little bit or break them down exactly how you're going to get there. Reverse engineer, I guess, is a good word for it. So reverse engineer your goals and see how I'm going to be there. If yours is to go to NLC in February and you're diamond, like, you probably need to start, assessing your recruiting a little bit, because we all know, like, you can have 3 coaches, but there's no guarantee that all 3 of those are going to turn diamond, right? We wish and we would hope and we would love for that to happen, but that's kind of like you have to bring more people in, and the people that see the value in this and are interested in it, they'll soar. So kind of assess your recruiting goals. I definitely think it's something great for you guys to strive for, is to start rank advancing like once a quarter a little bit, and how to do that is I would at least probably start bringing in about 2 to 5 coaches a month. And this is not just for me to sit here and tell you, like, go find business builders and make sure you're recruiting 5 coaches a month. I want you to do it the right way still. I want you to bring people into challenge groups, bring the coaches out that want it, or the challengers, and then who wants it, bring into coaching, and work with those, work with the wheeling, make sure that you're setting the vision, and just do it the right way. It's silly to me to be, doing a whole bunch of cold inviting that's like, hey, have you ever heard of 21 Day Fix, and do you want to sell it and make millions of dollars? No. We don't do that stuff here, right? We're here, we're starting with fitness. We want people to get in, live a healthy and fulfilling life, and then join the business. Okay, so that's recruiting. Sales. What is your goal with sales? I kind of spoke about this last week a little bit, but I truly believe anything that you want in this business a little bit, it kind of starts with Success Club. It starts with, like we just talked about, getting people in and getting them results. So always, always, always strive for Success Club 5 as a minimum, but always target for Success Club 10. That's 3 people a month for Success Club 5, right? So really, really, like, make that your focus. If your focus is income driven and you don't really care about rank advancement and points and stuff like that, that's okay. But I promise you, this will help your income too. This kind of helps any way you're trying to build your business. It starts with Success Club. It starts with changing lives. Okay. And like I said before, consistency is so key. Never let your foot off the gas for bringing people in a challenge group. You have to constantly bring people in, even when you're at Success Club 5, at Success Club 10. Don't stop doing that. Don't stop connecting and inviting and talking to people. Never let your foot off the gas with that, because I promise you, you're just going to start getting the ball rolling. Okay, very new people. So we talked about bringing customers into challenge groups. Now we're going to talk about bringing coaches out of the challenge groups. So when they say, I'm ready, I want this, people are noticing my results, I see the bigger picture now and I want to do this. Make sure you're using an awesome Coach Basics program. There's a good one, a really good one in the back office. If your upline doesn't have one or anything like that, look around. There's tons of trainings on YouTube about Coach Basic programs. My advice is to keep it simple. Keep it as simple as possible. I don't think it needs to be like a huge training that you're throwing a whole bunch of stuff out of. I think it will get really overwhelming. So keep it short, keep it simple, keep it about, helping people, changing people's lives. And the next bullet point is to treat all new coaches as potential top coaches. Make sure that you're treating everyone like you'd like to be treated, right? If they want to be a customer, let people stay and be a customer, but create the best experience they've ever had being a customer. If they want to, get the discount, be up and honest with them. Say, okay, this is what the discount coach means. You are going to have to pay a service fee, but it's great because you'll still get a discount on your Shakeology and your programs and all that stuff. But treat them as a discount coach. Don't start throwing trainings at them and webinars and all this stuff at them if they just want to be a discount coach. Create that best experience for that person. Meet people where they're at. And if they want to be a coach, treat them amazingly. Never stop that conversation, that trust that you work so hard to build with them. And then offer business guidance too. If they have questions, answer them. I wouldn't take, tons of time, because I do honestly think a lot of people can find answers to their questions online, back office, FAQ, maybe direct them there a little bit, because you're going to want to start creating leaders as well. Okay, and then your performers. I think working with the wheeling a little bit more in depth is exactly where we need to be. But help your team set goals. I've talked about this before. You have to kind of create the vision for them. At the beginning, they're going to be like, they have these whys, right? Everyone has these whys, and I love listening to people's whys, but they're so big, right? They're so big and they're so out of reach. So sometimes you as a leader need to create the vision and some goals that maybe is a smaller why. Like, hey, this month let's work on paying for all the groceries in your house. This month let's earn enough that you'll be able to take your spouse on a date since you've worked so hard. Like, create some small wins that you're celebrating their actions. Do one-on-one calls, schedule Zoom calls, team calls, plan events. If your coaches are local with you, go to lunch, have some fun, you know. Zoom calls, I think, are great. Do coffee and conversations on a Saturday. Build that team culture, I think, is so important within your team. Okay, so before we get into Brigida Linford, I do want to kind of share this. So that's the RSVP section. So I think kind of what one of some of the difficulties for brand new coaches coming on, and like sometimes us when we're a little bit stuck, is like, am I actually doing the behaviors and the actions to get me there? So we came up with this idea. It's called the Daily Fours. I think it's amazing. It's kind of like the Power Hour, but it's simple and it's very duplicatable and it stretches you a little bit. So what it is you do 4 things every single day. You add, you connect, you invite, and you follow up. Okay? And every single day you add 5 people to your network. Every single day. You connect with 5 people every single day too. And those are those messages, right? Finding out about people, asking them questions, be interested, not interesting. Find out a program that works for them. Maybe, 21 Day Fix isn't for everyone. Maybe they had an injury and can only do PIO. Find that out. Find out what works for people. Those are connects. Invite 5 people a day. Invite them to a challenge group, a sneak peek, coaching opportunity, whatever. And then follow up 5 a day. Truly believe power in the follow-up. I'm all about power in the follow-up. Because I guarantee I'd probably say like more than half of you did not say yes your first time. So remember that when you're like, I can't find anyone, everyone's saying no, like you probably said no too for a while. So just remember power in the follow-up. So what I would do with this, and I believe that you need to do it first before you ever get this to your team to do, because you need to see its work. But every single day what I would do is I'd split my paper in 4s, and I add, connect, invite, follow up. And then on the first column, I just write down everyone's first name. So I added Sarah today and Michelle today and Stephanie today, and name all 5 people. Same with your invite or connect category, your invite category, your follow-up category. Take a picture of that when at the end of the day, send it to your success partner for accountability. Send it to me for accountability. Send it to, make your spouse look at it every single night for your accountability. I think it's so great because you can kind of get in, you can stay focused, get your stuff done, and then enjoy the rest of your day. Obviously, you still need to be checking in your challenge groups and stuff like that as well. But it just gets, like I said, kind of that ball rolling a little bit faster. Once you've done this for a couple weeks and you realize, this is work but it's working, give it to your team. Give it to your team for a challenge to do. Have them take a picture of their names every day and send it to you. It's a lot of work, but it's totally, totally worth it, and it works. Okay, so now we kind of know what to do within your Beachbody hours. You have to invite, you have to add, connect, follow up, be with your challenge groups, treat everyone, like a top coach, or treat everyone like how you want to be treated. So where should we be spending our time? Because that's a lot of stuff to be doing. So we got a hold of Brigida Linford. She's a 15-star diamond coach. And we asked her, like, where are you spending your time at? And this is what she does. So for a typical day for a 15-star coach, she spends the first half of her day on her business and her business only. It's so important to do that. She focuses on her recruiting, on her challenge groups, on her hitting Success Club first. She leads by example. She works on her social media posts, her free groups, her challenge groups, everything along those lines. Okay, so then the second half of her day, she works with her team and helping them reach their goals. That's when she does her team Facebook group. That's when she does her Emerald to Diamond groups, or her Push to Diamond groups, or Coach Basics, or one-on-one, her GSRs, all that stuff she does with the second half of her day. Okay, so Brigida, amazing coach, 15-star top coach. We're not quite 15-star. I'm going to go down to this one. We're not quite 15 stars, so where should we be at with our time? And I love this because I preach it all the time, is we want to be 80-20. We want to be working all our Beachbody hours, 80% of that time on your business first. okay? Your business first 80% of the time, and then 20% of the time helping your coaches. Now, I could probably put some money on that some of you guys are a little flip-flopped. You guys are probably maybe 20% of the time on your business, or even 40% of the time on your business, and 60% helping a couple of your coaches grow. Don't do it, okay? I promise you, it's gonna set you back more than it's gonna bring you forward. Be focusing on your business first. Lead by example is so important to do. Once you're about 2 stars, about 70-30, 5 stars, 60-40. Not until you're a 15-star diamond coach, you're 50-50. But they're still 50% on their business. So really look at yours. Look at yours and say, you know, what am I doing? Where am I at? Am I 50-50? If you are, kind of recalculate what you're doing every day. Does that make sense? Okay. Do you guys have any, I want to see everyone. Do you guys have any, will the slides be posted later? I don't really have anywhere to post them to. So if Beth, if you want them, just Facebook message me and I can send them to you. Okay. Any other questions for me? Any questions about this training at all? And then any questions just for me in general? No? Okay. Well, let's maybe talk about what kind of goes from here. So like I said, this is our last week of the new Diamond Training course. It's been fun. I've really enjoyed kind of seeing all you guys and seeing that you guys are hungry and ready to move your business to the next level. It shows me we definitely preach here, like work with the willing, and just you guys by being here the past 2 weeks, I can see that. So thank you for that. If you guys need anything at all from me, please, please, please reach out. Don't be afraid. Facebook message is the best way to get a hold of me. So anytime you need anything, have any questions, I'm definitely here for you guys. As for like my mastermind calls, I work with groups from 1 stars to 2 stars and put them in mastermind calls to discuss best practices and everything like that. So as soon as you're qual 1 star, message me, we'll get you into some of those groups. But like I said, until then, if you have any questions, if you feel like you just need to chat with me, bounce some ideas off, have any questions, don't be afraid to reach out to me. I'm definitely available for all you guys. So, any questions? No? Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. I really, really enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon, I hope. Thank you so much. Have a good day.